This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual Pride Month sanctioned by the World Economic Forum. AstroTurfed and Corporate Memes of Class 4 and higher have been authorized for use during the Pride Month. All other memes are restricted. Groomers of any ranking have been granted immunity from criticism and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all grooming, including kindergarten drag shows, will be legal for 30 continuous days. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until July 1st morning at 12 a.m., when the Pride Month concludes. Blessed be our new founding gender-neutral parents and global governance, a world reborn. May Moloch be with you all.
Hey, welcome to the Porch Bois podcast. I am, of course, the devilishly handsome, super intelligent, and definitely the most charming host, John, alongside these other two retards, Seawall and Mijjt B. How are you boys doing on
John,
this
get down!
Pride Eve?
Well, thanks, Seawall. Yes, we're doing great. Thank you.
Yes, quite. Aren't you excited that it's Pride time, you guys?
Oh,
God.
dude, I can't
Never
wait
been proud of
to see all of the changed avatars and symbols and stuff into fucking rainbows for exactly 30 days.
Except in the Middle East, of course.
Naturally.
Well, yeah.
And in Russia, as it would happen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, not
probably a lot of
well.
Asia as well.
Yeah. Well, actually, they might actually do it for once with Russia because, they're trying to piss Russia off.
They are trying to piss Russia off. They have been for 40 years, and it finally worked.
Kind of. I mean, right now the Russian economy is stronger than it has been for years.
Well, I mean, they're pretty pissed off, dude. They're kind of sending conscripts in there to kick as much ass as they possibly can. They seem a bit pissed off, bro.
Wonder why? Probably because they're not gay enough.
Ha!
They were just more
Well,
gay.
from what I'm to understand, dude, although Ukraine is powerfully gay, from what I'm to understand, there's quite a bit of gay in the Russian armed forces.
Well, no, that doesn't count.
I see.
What you do on campaign, if you're in service of Mother Russia, it does not count.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
All right. Well, I'm talking about a culture of ongoing.
Culture of faggotry.
Oh yeah, bumming
Bumming.
for a living, getting
Uh,
bummed. Yep, that's right. You can be some rich dude's fling as you're stationed in Moscow.
Nice.
That's right. You can make a
What
little
an
money
honor.
on the side. Everybody knows about it.
Yeah.
That's right. And you know what? For initiation, you're getting bummed with a fucking club.
Ow.
Yep,
Where
it's
did you
pretty
hear about this?
awful. It's pretty fucking awful.
Yeah. Where did we hear about this, Mijjt?
Where do you learn more? I mean, that I can't say.
I mean, if someone were, to watch some videos, perhaps where they
Right,
could
of
go
course.
find
Yeah,
those.
no, I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't know. I know they're out there, though. That's how I can say definitively that it's true. But I don't know where to find them. I never tried to save them. I closed them immediately as soon as I figured out what I was looking at. It was
Uh-huh.
I promise.
Sure.
Yeah. I think you're.
Nice cold open, you guys.
Yeah.
I think your
Speaking of
ISP would
pride,
differ.
Yeah.
Would beg to
Yeah,
differ.
and
so.
I totally only watch anime for research.
Right. It's just for the articles, you guys. I'm
Yeah.
serious.
That's right, for the articles.
So anyway, yeah, boys.
Pride is coming, dude. I'm excited,
is.
man. I'm fucking excited, bro.
Yeah.
Speaking of pride, speaking of excitement, our first guests of Pride Month are probably the gayest people on the
Oh,
internet.
how fortunate for
The
everyone.
figgiest
Yes.
figs that ever figged.
That's right.
That's
This Friday,
fantastic.
this coming Friday, 9 p.m., we are playing Cards Against Humanity with the Tower Gang boys. At least 3 of them I've confirmed.
I
but there's a
don't
chance for
know
2
who
more.
that is.
Right, but you will. They're the ones where I went on their podcast and defended the Fats, that live thing that we still haven't. I guess it's technically up, but it's unlisted.
Yeah,
But
I haven't fixed the problem yet. I've been busy with
yeah.
other shit.
Well,
Anyway,
so
yeah, so
instead
that'll be
we
fun.
get to premiere them on our channel in this manner.
Correct.
I've
Yeah.
been invited to a Cards Against Humanity game. You know I don't really like that game.
Well, I mean, you don't have to like play the whole it's about like the hanging out and you know
I'm
making
sure
gay
I
jokes
could
at
do
Trying
each
to
other.
that.
trying to
I'm sure I
figure
could
out
do that.
each other's what tickles each other's fancies, what where their humor lies.
There's a strategy to that game too.
Oh yeah,
Especially like it's about getting to know each person and then putting an appropriate card when they're the ones that those cards are.
Well, yeah,
You
I
know?
was gonna say I don't know these fucking people. How am I gonna give them the right card?
Oh, dude, just make a gay joke or as long as it's the word dick on it, it'll be fine. Like they'll pick your card. like like they're one of the ones a big black dick wins every time. I'm sure. So
I
anyway,
see.
but yeah, no, they're fun. They're fun to have around. I'm excited to have them on. That'll be cool. So yeah, make sure you join us for that. This
When is
coming
this?
Friday, 9 p.m.
This Friday?
yeah.
Yes, sir.
I see.
Yep. I mean, if for whatever reason you can't be there, you can't be there. Like there'll be more than enough people on the stream. Like there's gonna be. It could be a complete shit
Seems like
show.
it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
With that okay, assuming you said up to 6 could show up,
Yeah.
then the 3 of us, that's 9 people in a Cards Against Humanity game.
Right.
How do we play?
We'll use we can we can talk about it off the screen, but off the air. But we'll use the pretend you're XXYZ shit. I forget what it's fucking called, but we've used it before on the generational gap.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, it works perfectly for a stream,
Sounds
and it's
good.
got Mijjt. It's got all the boxes, every single one, including which I know which one I know is you're gonna be your favorite. The Jew pack is in there as well.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, like including the banned ones?
I believe so. I mean,
Yeah,
I
there's
imagine if there's any pack that's banned, it's the Jew pack.
Yeah. Well, if I remember right, there's a alternate for it that has all the old packs in it.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's got like every pack I've ever heard of in there. So I mean, maybe I don't know. It is pretty
God,
base
speaking
though.
of-
It doesn't really pull any punches.
I once played. This is an old story. When I went to a small meetup years ago, it was we were playing Cards Against Humanity. The guy who was the card czar is a furry, and he pulled the card. What made the shower awkward? And I played the mic drop card.
Big black dick.
No, yiffing.
Oh, yiffing.
The dude fucking hates the furry community, yet is a furry.
Right.
Well, that's too bad. I mean, I'd hate to be.
He stopped
I
breathing
would
for about
hate to
2
be-
minutes.
I would hate to be obsessed with anthropomorphic animals and then be surrounded by spurgs and sodomites and degenerates and crazy. I guess they know how to have a good time.
Well, it's extremely shallow. You know how much drug use goes on at those conventions, right?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Cool. Yeah. What's wrong with that? Like, that's where do you think I'm going? Yeah.
Degenerate sodomy. I mean, and drug use. Okay. I mean, you could be in a worse community, right?
Right.
Yeah, true. Well, do you guys want to
Getting
get to
it
the
on,
memes?
though. Fucking
Yeah.
diapers, though, I could be without.
Yeah, that's a little fucking. That's
Ugh.
a little much. Yeah.
Do not
That's-
remind me of the internet
Yeah.
historian video on what was it?
On
Sure,
was it
no,
Rainforest?
but I mean, like,
Rainforest,
it's
yeah.
the real deal, dude.
Yeah,
It's-
I know it exists. I want to forget it exists. So, first meme of the night from Elon Musk. Here it comes.
Yeah, everybody, get ready because it's coming. They're changing
the
their
last-
fucking.
This is the last episode for like 4 weeks. Well, we are not in Pride Month, which means we have to have a Pride theme every week this month. I don't know why. This is just the rules. We have to do it. So
Well, that's why we
Tonight
did
we
the
had the
emergency alert.
announcement. Oh look, Kathleen Kennedy is trending. Interesting.
Ah,
So are
god
groomers and
damn.
turfs.
She's pumping herself so hard recently.
Kennedy?
Hashtag Democrats are the problem.
Yeah, don't get me going on
Getting
Kathleen
stabbed.
Kennedy.
Wait, is she trying to save her floundering career?
If I wasn't so lazy, I'd punch you in the mouth.
But you are
But you are
lazy.
lazy. No, no. Right.
Oh, don't even get me started.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
but
a great
KK is fucking
show.
pumping herself recently. She's all about the black women that she casted in Obi-Wan. She's so strong and independent.
Didn't Obi-Wan kind of flop with viewership? Like, people are going like, it's okay, but no one's watching it?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's why
I mean,
Kathleen Kennedy is calling you a racist
it's unfortunate too.
through her entertainment media, and she's pumping herself up as a result for being so brave and strong as to cast a black woman.
It's just a shame too, though, because fucking Mandalorian amazingly. That was a
Yeah.
really, really
Well,
good
season
series.
1 was solid. Season 2 was going way into the nostalgia, but it was still workable.
I
I'm
think
worried about
it's
season 3 because I saw what they did with the Mando in the book of Wobba Fett, and it was pretty so-so.
Yeah.
It was
I didn't
pretty
watch that
so-so.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch that shit.
I mean, obviously Grogu's still
Why would you
adorable, but you know,
Why would you
Right.
consume any Star Wars at this point?
because
Some of it
I'm not
is
I'm not paying for it, and
Dude,
two, it's me and a bunch of
I
buddies
love that
riffing on it.
Overlord DVD is totally coping all over like Star Wars. He still
is?
holds out hope for the franchise.
Oh my god. I don't hold
Doomcock,
out hope. I just want to salvage the diamonds that are in the rough because
it's not gonna happen, dude. There are no
there's a few.
corns in this turd, bro. It's
Dude,
all
Mandalorian is decent. Rogue
No,
One is really good.
okay. Here's
Like,
the
there's
problem.
some
Okay,
decent shit up
Rogue
John.
One was watchable,
Mhm.
okay, and forgettable.
Yeah.
And Mando season 1 was the only good season of the only good show.
Yeah.
there.
Otherwise, they're
The only
mediocre
good fucking
or
product that they've come out with in the last several years.
yeah. Here's the thing. The problem is Kathleen Kennedy. They should have given control to Filoni and Favreau. Those two guys would have been able to make some
Yeah.
good
Never
shit.
gonna happen, dude.
But the problem is,
Keep coping.
She's kind of lemons, yeah.
Never
it's too
gonna
late.
happen.
The damage is done.
There is
The
coping.
best play
Yeah.
is to pretend that Star Wars doesn't exist for about 10 years.
Yeah.
That is
would
the
be
only
best.
play.
Right.
Seriously,
yeah.
that's the only solution. Just pretend it doesn't fucking exist.
For
Let
about
it die.
a decade. Yeah.
It's dead. They killed it.
Yeah.
Like, please stop. It's
But I mean,
not
the
fun
problem
anymore.
the problem with that though is that they spent so much money on it,
Yeah.
and they've lost so much money investing in it, in the shows, and all that.
Disney's
Oh
in
yeah,
serious
they
trouble.
can't
They're in the
let
red
it die,
hard.
but
They're
they
in the hole.
also, like most leftists, can't fucking admit when they're wrong.
No, of
So
course
they
not.
fucking double, triple, quadruple
And as
down.
Disney continues to flounder in funding, eventually the investors will step in, and you're going to see really hardcore, like Wall Street belt tighteners be brought in.
Fucking what's already happened is that Bob Chapek and the investors tried to step in, and what happened instead was the fucking "Don't Say Gay" bill and the backlash to that. You know what happened after that fucking stupid protest in California where we talked about, where they didn't want to come to Florida? They fucking bent the knee. And now they're fucking trying to get the bill repealed. And now they're like trying to add queerness in every fucking piece of media.
And Disney has lost. It's gone from
Well,
75%
it's gonna
approval down to
continue. They're
33.
gonna double, triple, quadruple down.
And as the
Right.
company suffers more and more and more, then you enter the territory called a class action lawsuit by the investors, vote of no confidence, entire board of directors fired, Chapek fired,
Dude,
everyone fired.
Paying the bills, man. Who do you think is paying
Not-
the bills?
not Disney.
It's all massive
Disney-
investment firms.
Yeah, but the problem is, as those investment firms start losing more and more money, they either cut their losses.
Money for themselves to buy assets with. That's how this scheme works. That's how it works.
Well, the
They
problem
print
is
themselves money. They're too big to fail. They
Yeah.
will never
too
run
big to
out
fail
of
means
money.
too fat to die.
They will never run out of money, Seawall. Okay, and so they will just continue investing in these lost causes based on the ESG score. And the investors have already tried to step in, and they were shown their fucking place as soon as that backlash began. So it will continue. Here it comes, everybody. Here it comes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hard and
I want
fast.
Seawall to be
It's
right.
not-
It's like a lot of the time I want Seawall to be right. I just don't think that I don't know. I don't have the faith that this is going to go any kind of
Right,
positive direction.
no, Seawall is huffing hopium, like, big time. No way,
Moving
dude.
on.
That's not how it works. Ha. All right, so the wizard is someone who desperately needs to go outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, he
Yeah.
is.
And he's mixing in this cauldron the worst opinion you've heard in your life.
Oh my god.
Is that to say that someone who desperately needs to go outside has offered the worst opinion
Dude,
this person has heard in their entire life?
you got to like. That's what I'm saying. If you want to see the worst takes you've ever seen in your entire life, Twitter is where it's at.
Oh yeah.
Dude, it really is. Like this is where like no lithium meets like copium and hopium and just the
And they
worst.
clash in like nuclear fission.
They're
Right.
occurs
ODing
and,
on
like,
blue pills.
It's a
one of
massive
their-
butt blast.
And then one of their like social justice atoms split, and it creates this explosion of just beautiful retardery and just like the dumbest shit you'll ever see someone say. It's beautiful when you see it, especially when you see it live. Like when you see a few minutes after it was posted, before everyone gets a hold of it.
Yep.
Ah.
When the initial ratio begins. So.
Yeah.
Moving along to the next one.
We grieve for the 21 who were killed in Texas. Oh, this is Tulsi. This is surfboard mommy. Let me treat this with her with some respect.
Yeah.
All right. Pineapple mommy. Here we go. We grieve for the 21 who were killed in Texas today, but grieving it is not enough. We could have and must now take common sense actions to prevent these tragedies, like establishing single points of entry into schools, armed guards, trained staff, mental health services, and more. Haste, surfboard mommy.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, unless like depends on what "and more" means, but generally speaking, I mean, sure. Now the single point of entry into schools, it depends on how that would look as well, because I mean, especially public schools are already so prison-like that it would just
It does
I don't know.
kind of suck, right? To think that we're gonna make it only more like a prison.
Right. It's not gonna get any less prison-y. And these are children.
Does totally suck.
Yeah.
And it never used to fucking be that way.
Yeah.
So that clearly points to other issues.
Yeah, but the thing is, we do need to armor up these targets.
Right.
If we leave them unarmored, we're going to keep having these tragedies.
To make them less of a target, that would be that's fine. I just don't know about. It depends on what the single point of entry means exactly.
It depends on the school design. Some schools it would be something like there's like a little guard gatehouse at like the drive-in entrance, and then maybe there's some additional areas because some schools are basically a series of outbuildings. Effectively, that's what my high school was like.
Yeah,
right.
It wasn't
it would
internal
be.
at all.
Yeah. Maybe like a point of entry on campus.
Yeah.
Where everybody comes and goes.
Yeah.
Right.
But then it'd be surrounded by like double razor wire fence, like.
Well,
right?
I mean, you don't need to go that far. Just a decent.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah. Again,
no,
okay.
John's totally got a point. Like they're already like prisons. They're already insufferable, and on the inside, depending on what percentage you're looking at, it is like a prison.
Scooting on.
No, I mean you're right though. Yeah, it is though. I mean, it is kind of like a prison, dude. I don't want to.
Just something from R. Volta, the ultra centrist. He's not a radical centrist anymore. He's an ultra centrist.
Ultra is like way harder than radical.
Yeah.
This is serious. During 1992 LA riot, police and National Guard couldn't protect everyone from mobs and murder, arsonists and Ruda. Ordinary Americans with guns stopped. Hey, right. Ordinary Americans. Totally ordinary Americans with guns. Yes, guns. Lots of them. Stopped the rampaging mobs, saving countless innocent lives.
Indeed. Like the Roof Koreans,
my
man.
Los Angeles accent.
That was a really good LA accent. I felt like I was there. Down in South Central.
1992 on a rooftop.
Right. Yeah.
Looking down with a smile on your face.
I just love that video of what was it, the Korean guy just walking out of the store, blasting with the pistol, and then I think there was like some video footage of the guys that were blasting at him.
A moment to fucking appreciate some of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
See if I can pull some of that up here. Yep, here's that video if you want to show it later or now.
Well, I mean, now would be better than waiting.
Yeah,
let's do it. All right, sweet. Hold on.
Linky link, please.
Here it is, brah.
We're doing an audible.
Oh, yeah. Oh, bam.
It's a WebM. God damn it, Mijjt.
Oh, you fucking...
What is wrong with you? Why can't you play WebMs?
WebMs are not compatible with Chrome-based browsers.
Oh, my God.
Yes, they are. I can open it in fucking Brave.
Watch. So everyone can see it. What happens?
You know what kind of sucks? It doesn't have audio anyway.
It tries to download itself.
Lame. Lame.
So you don't have VLC?
Yeah, I'd have to completely set up a separate window, Mijjt.
All right, never mind. God damn it.
I normally convert. Normally, if I have the time, I convert them to MP4 using Handbrake.
Really?
Yes. Because I can drag and drop MP4s into this one window.
Just use Brave, dude.
I am using Brave.
Wow. What the hell?
Moving on. From another from the ultracentrist again. Possible modifications. Kills the truth efficiently.
It sure fucking does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It sure does, dude. It's pretty fucking quick and efficient.
Yeah, they say democracy dies in darkness.
Barrel attachment there is pretty fucking gruesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. This one should be illegal. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm not a two-way absolutist anymore. But that no one needs that modification. Okay?
Right. You know, our founding fathers didn't envision a world where the media would be owned by billionaires, right? Who would lie and take shits in your mouth and tell you to like it. So I think they should be regulated with common sense regulation, with common sense lamp
modification.
Yeah.
Reform. Yeah.
That's right.
Scooting along.
Well, yeah, remember that time, Quest Fanning, the time that George Floyd got shot to death by police? You guys remember that?
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
The time that he got shot to death by police. We remember Saint George.
We do.
I specifically remember a black guy ODing on fentanyl in police custody, and the crowd was crowding around the cops, thus preventing them from
talking about Saint George, dude.
I think his name was George.
Was killed under the knee of Derek Chauvin.
But there was no damage to his neck, esophagus, or lungs.
You must not be talking about St. George.
I mean, you could talk to the forensic examiner.
According to the Washington Post, he was shot dead by police.
Right, according to canon.
Yep.
So that is canon. You can't say otherwise. It doesn't matter what the video shows. All right? He was shot by police.
Your eyes lie to you, citizen.
That's right, citizen. Oh my god, that's the worst. That's worse than fucking citizen.
Yeah.
I'd rather be called comrade, honestly.
I love this movie, by the way.
We're police officers. We're not trained to handle this kind of... Do you have that movie, John? On DVD?
No, I do not.
You need that fucking movie on DVD.
That is what I need. You're right. You're right. It is.
You need that movie on DVD.
I do, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
It's a fantastic
I
film.
do not have a copy of it either in my
I love that
database.
fucking movie, Demolition Man. It's
Yeah.
so great.
Yeah.
Well, hey, motherfuckers, let's do a movie night sometime.
Yeah, maybe.
I
Moving
mean,
on.
It's not like we have lives, bruh.
I do.
And
Fuck
from
you.
Freckle
Oh.
Liberty, because again they've changed the narrative on us again.
Oh, we've changed how
Changing
we
the
have
programming. The current thing is shifting. Oh, but it's hardly even gay season yet. I still have my Ukraine flag on.
Motherfucker, that was like 3 seasons back. You missed monkeypox
Yeah, dude.
season?
I can't keep up with all of this. Roe v. Wade and guns controls.
Oh, you're just a regressive reactionary chud. You
I
can't
must
keep up
be.
with the current
Oh, please update my programming.
thing.
With how much they're swapping it out, they're gonna burn out the NPCs. They won't be able to keep up.
I can't
I mean,
keep
it's
up.
been a few years now, dude. I don't know, man. It's been since 2015.
Yeah, but the thing is, the narrative at least lasted a couple of weeks. Now it's not lasting a few days.
Yeah, dude. It
Yeah, they're
doesn't hit the
overclocked?
same. It doesn't hit the same anymore, man.
Yeah.
That's
we're
true.
chasing that dragon, bro. It's just
Yeah.
not paying off like it
Yeah.
used to.
Exactly.
Diminishing returns.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
Yep, moving on.
Building up a resistance and shit. Oh,
Yeah. Next one on the one. Oh, Midget, we need a soy voice. The soyest soy voice ever soyed.
Who says, if you're pro-gun in any shape, I sincerely hope from the bottom of my heart, all of your children are shot in the gutter. Don't kill Republicans, kill their kids. Shoot every Republican's child dead. They won't fix anything, not the point. Just start killing kids that are useless. Republicans.
You Republican.
I mean, if you
Yeah,
start
just
doing that,
agree.
that's just going to give the Republicans carte blanche. Say, fuck it.
Yeah,
We're ending
yeah.
this.
Listen, like, I am not one to, say that conservatives are useful, but you do that and they become really useful really quickly.
They may not start the fight, but they will fucking end it.
Well, they might not, and it might take them a little while. They're like the Ents from Lord of the Rings. They take a little while before
Yeah.
they'll actually do something.
But,
Meanwhile, they're getting just chopped down and destroyed, and then eventually, when they do come though for you, they're gonna fucking come for you.
Yeah.
Like,
The city's
especially
completely
start fucking
surrounded.
kids like that.
I'm going to put it
Right.
this way. Starbucks is going to run out of soy milk very quickly if the Republicans actually start doing the boog.
I'm looking at this guy's post history. Excuse me? I'm looking at this guy's post history? And he's totally a real user. And this
Oh,
looks like
yeah.
it was actually his opinion. Because he's all over like EA forums,
Oh god.
DICE. Yeah,
Hmm.
oh man.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
So he's
and he's a
he's
series
definitely-
poster for sure.
Right. So it sounds like he plays tabletop games, and he's definitely slaughtered an entire village before.
He's got
like,
karma,
definitely-
dude. He's got
I mean,
karma.
I mean, Jesus
geez.
Christ. I've posted like 3 times in my entire life on Reddit, and 2 of them were in like modding communities.
I don't even have a Reddit account. Get wrecked, son.
Yeah.
That's like
He's on R Gaming.
Yeah.
He's
course.
on R Gaming, R Undertale, Apex Legends.
it says check his early life section.
We don't even need to check.
Oh, dude, I don't need
Yeah.
to check early life anymore.
Oh, Lords and Southern. Here we go. We need a soy voice.
We need common sense gun control.
I'll cover the Pepe. Illegal guns are smuggled across the southern border.
We need to secure the southern border.
Isn't that cognitive dissonance I feel? Soy, quick! Soy, step!
We've made soy illegal, son. Don't worry. You'll be fixed soon enough.
Oh man, could you imagine keeping their soy away from them?
Then suddenly, their bodies start producing testosterone again.
Yeah, that's how like everyone's just chads all over the place,
Yeah.
as if like all the like the source of all the world's problems is soy.
The only
Are
thing
you
soybean
envisioning some kind of horrifying right-wing chud future?
the only thing soybean should be used for is edamame, which is an appetizer you eat on occasion.
It sounds fucking lame. Edamame. And I've heard that before. I don't know what the fuck it is.
It's
of
boiled
course.
soybeans.
It's fucking lame.
It's steamed or boiled soybeans.
Shit.
It's their version of a fucking salad.
What kind of fucking name
Trendy.
is that?
Whitmer,
Edamame.
Kathleen Kennedy, Groomers. Yep. Yep. Yep.
No life
Whitmer,
detected.
Banana Republic.
Kathleen Kennedy, and Groomers. And Banana Republic. You mean like the Durham ruling today? Fucking herp-a-derp-a-derp. So cope and seed. I'm fucking so mad about that shit. Oh my god. Fuck me.
I'm just in the
so
camp of
fucking
guys.
pissed
You
off.
really should just let that guy fall. You really should just let him fall because this is gonna make shit worse for you in the long run.
I don't think so. No, who gives a fuck? No one's talking about it.
Right. Nobody cares, dude. I'm so fucking mad.
Okay,
dude.
well now we've got an argument on our hands.
Yeah, now we've got an argument on our hands.
Yeah.
All right.
Pick two. They will defend you. The rest is coming to kill you.
All right. Dig it. I'm going with the otters and the hunter.
The
big
otters,
game
okay.
hunter.
What otters?
On the bottom
The
left.
10,000 otters.
Those are rats. Those are rats.
Oh,
Definitely
fuck that.
rats.
I don't want
Yeah.
rats. I don't fuck with rats. All right, I'll take 50 hawks. No, wait, no. No, I'll do 4 lions. They're obviously the best, and the big game hunter.
I'm going to take the big game hunter and the wolves. Pack
I was
hunters.
going to say the same thing, actually.
Yeah.
Because the wolves are going to be able to distract
Yeah.
any other animals while the big game hunter guy takes them out.
Yeah.
Now,
I
the only
guess
thing is, of
that's
course,
true.
10,000 rats, of course,
Yeah.
are a different, kind of a different issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might not have enough lions to deal with all those rats, I guess.
Yeah, the rats are going to be a problem. I mean, you can go rats and the big game hunter, but the problem is also the hawks might start taking those out pretty quick.
Well, so do you have a gun as well? Or are you just kind of defenseless and relying on the other two to
Yeah,
take
relying
you
on the other two. That's
Yep.
how I read into
Same
it.
here.
All right, that's fine. So then, yeah, I mean, you got a big game hunter in there, though.
Yeah.
He's got a gun. I mean, he's better than all those animals, but he's only
Right,
one
pretty
guy.
much.
Yeah, that's what the wolves are for: distraction and taking out of kind of pack take out a certain game.
Yeah.
God made all creatures.
Yep. So.
Okay, Samuel Colt made them all equal.
That's right.
Quest Fanning's like hunter and gorilla. I only need so many
And 5
perimeter.
gorillas? I don't think
Yeah.
5 gorillas is enough to take on 4 lions, much less 7 oxen and fucking
3 bears.
10 gators and 3 bears.
Yeah.
Nah, man, you're gonna need like 8 gorillas.
Yeah.
At least
Silverback,
8
too.
gorillas.
At least 8 gorillas.
I wish we could find what are the minimum amount of gorillas that we would need?
Also, you've got the hunter on your team. We already know, what happens when you have a guy with a gun versus a gorilla, aka Harambe.
Right, yeah, they'll take out the gorillas pretty quick. They're experienced at that. The
That's right.
lions probably as well.
Yeah.
The main thing to worry about, honestly, is that's a lot of rats. 10,000 rats?
Yeah.
I thought that was 1,000 at first. I looked
It's
at it close.
10,000, yeah.
That's 10,000 rats, dude.
I mean,
That's a lot of fucking rats.
Yeah.
Europe almost fucking fell to its knees due to at least that many, if not more.
A hell of a lot more. Remember, they were carrying the plague.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It doesn't take a whole lot, does it?
Yeah.
That wouldn't take a whole lot. Take a few.
So, yeah. Next one, one from John. Let's read this.
The good anarchism is social anarchism, which doesn't exist and doesn't make sense, where society cooperates together like an organic community under natural order.
We'll explore that later.
Yeah.
The bad anarchism is individualist anarchism, where they place the interests of the self over the common good.
Well, one, there's no such thing as the common good in anarchy. Last I checked.
There's no such thing as a common good in general,
Yeah.
but
As a
these are-
synthetic concept, you can argue a common good can exist within a society that
You
is
can-
collectivist.
But it's contextual.
yeah.
right.
It's
You can
contextual.
quantify.
It is
Yeah.
not universal. You can
Yeah.
It's quantifiable. Yes, John.
Yeah.
It's quantifiable.
Yes.
It's contextual. You can point to it and say this is the goal, right? It's oh man. Yes, thank you, John. And then natural order. What is natural order? Natural
That's what
law.
I'm-
Natural law is struggle. Life is struggle.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
fight against
natural law,
you
survival
fight
of the fittest,
against
shit like
annihilation every fucking day.
that. Yeah.
And you may or may not have a community there to help you. You may or may not have a family upon which to draw. You are the only one responsible for getting resources from your surroundings.
Yeah.
And there are going to be others out there who are going to take advantage of you.
So I mean, yeah, well, that's true. These
That
two,
seems to
though,
describe natural order, right?
I don't have a problem with that definition, but like looking at these two though, they are not mutually exclusive like it's being presented though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you can
You know, like, there's no
voluntarily
reason-
cooperate. Basically,
Right.
you invest some of your labor, as it were, into something that doesn't directly benefit yourself, and in return, somebody invests their labor
Well,
into
yeah.
into something that you can
I mean,
benefit from.
Look at how like like an Amish barn raising, right?
Yeah.
You know, everyone helps each other on the understanding that whenever my barn needs to be raised, you're going to come over and help me.
Yeah.
It's it's the same concept. So yeah, you can still cooperate together like an organic community under natural order. Yeah,
Yeah.
and also be an individualist and you place your own interest over the quote unquote common good, whatever that might be, right?
Like, you
Everyone
know,
kind of deciding for themselves what the
Like-
common
like
good
if old-
is and working towards
like
that.
if
and
old
more people
Jebediah
work that,
is
it
come
goes that
down.
way.
Well, the
Yeah.
thing is, isn't it, that you have to explore that context. It has to be defined and
Yeah.
Right.
It's not gonna be a universal fucking common good to which you're
Yeah.
gonna be subjecting your own self-interest. No.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes you will, sometimes you won't, depending
Right.
on what the goal is, depending on what
Right.
the common cause is. It's
Well-
contextual.
Well, not only that, but
Yeah.
something else. Like also, I mean, under that, where there's you're supposed to be put, the common good above yourself. I'm in the concept of the barn raising. Well, if old Jebediah's come down with a bad case of the flu and he's bedridden, he should be at home resting, even though it's barn raising day.
Right. Oh no, of course, yeah. Like, of course, there's an exception if you're,
Yeah.
Of course, people understand. Like, people are usually reasonable, unless they're
Yeah.
fucking Twitter or Reddit.
Yeah.
They're usually reasonable people, and they'll understand. Okay, yeah, you're fucking, you're sick. Like, you can't do that. Okay, fine.
Yeah, and again, how does that anarchist society? I know it's a term you don't like, but it does fit for this. How does this anarchic society, where they believe in the societal common good, how does it handle when somebody in the community is like, no, fuck you, I'm keeping my melons to myself. I'm not sharing any of my melons.
Right. I don't actually know what the ANCOM answer for that is because it's fucking retarded.
Yeah, because the ANCAP answer is like, okay, then maybe it is like, well, I didn't expect them to begin
Coercion.
with. Yeah.
Coercion is always their answer.
Yeah, I
Because
guess it would be
coercion is
coercion.
fucking the only thing they understand.
But the problem is that is exerting your will over somebody else forcibly.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Thus, it's no longer
almost
anarchy.
It's almost like communism and anarchism are diametrically opposed, and they
Yeah.
can't. They're
So,
mutually
right.
exclusive. They're like, you really cannot have both. Marx was a fucking retard.
Yeah, well, he was also a spoiled rich kid, trust fund baby.
Yeah. Which I mean, those types always are.
Yeah, I think there are
Yeah,
a
always
couple that
is.
have kind of risen from the working class here and
I'm
there,
sure
but
there
they're
are.
very rare.
Yeah, they're usually from upper middle class to like
Upper
rich.
class, yeah.
I can think of
Yeah.
someone who was born in Austria in the working class.
I heard he
Friedman.
was a shitty painter, though. I don't know.
Yeah, he wasn't. I mean, you know what? I bet she did better than I could.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
Yeah.
probably fair. Way
The
better
thing
than me.
is, man, if you don't invest the time into it, then you'll never get better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
mean, he
so
just
anyway, this is why
found
this
a new
guy's fucking
song.
retarded with his
Yeah.
sword and
Oh,
hammer.
clearly he's fucking retarded. It's just fun to make fun of him.
The
for being
anarchism
retarded.
understander.
There's no
Yeah.
sense in pointing it out that how retarded he is. It's just
Yeah.
fun to play with his fucking words because he's not even thinking of them as he types them out. He just thinks
Yeah.
they sound good.
Right. Well,
He
he's
just
like,
thinks he
here's the thing
sounds
that I like
good.
and it's good. Here's something I don't like and it's bad. But it's like
Yeah.
they're not mutually exclusive like it's being presented.
Hey,
There's no
you're
reason
not
why.
fucking clever. Like, you're
Yeah,
not an
Look-
understander of anything.
Look, humans
so
are humans are a social animal. We know this. We are social animals,
Yeah, of course.
but we
Yeah,
are
yeah.
not bound by it. Social's kind of higher up on our, hierarchy of needs. If shit hits the fan and, you're starving in the winter,
You're looking out for you, man.
you tend to look out for you. If some people do have enough excess, and they are familiar with some of the people in the area that are having trouble, they may pool resources because, hey,
Right.
that gives them a hell of a lot of social credit, as it were, in the coming months. People, because if the people aren't complete scumbags, they'll go, hey, I cut an extra couple of cords of wood this thing. You guys made sure we survived the winter, so here's a couple cords extra wood to save you some time there, buddy. Thank you.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, so real quick though, the anarchism understander is actually kind of like a meme within the anarchy kind of group.
I see.
Yeah, it's whenever someone just completely has no idea what they're talking about when it comes to anarchy, especially.
Yeah.
It's always like, whenever you get one of like the drinking game questions, like, oh, what do you do about warlords, or like, those like questions that you invariably get every single time.
Yeah.
Like, these people were posting underneath like drink because they said, or show me a system where this has ever worked. Like drink, but it's
Well, I mean,
yeah. So that's
my
where
critiques of
yeah.
anarchism is its inability to defend itself from an external state.
We're not going
right,
over
which
that
is
right now.
another
Drink.
one. Yeah, drink.
Which-
That's another one.
Yeah.
But no, so the whole point of the anarchism understander though is whenever like someone gives like a really dumbass take, as if like this is absolutely what anarchism is, and I hate it, but
So
they're
that's
wrong
a
at the same
meme.
time. And you're like, oh, I see the anarchism understander is logged on.
Understander of anarchism.
Well, yeah.
Right.
Also, look. Let's say we snapped our fingers and made it so there would be no state and it can never exist ever again. Very likely, the communities that would survive the best would be the more conservative, the quote unquote conservatives that adopt anarchism because they would end up more ANCAP.
I like that because it confirms my bias. Let's move on.
I do like
Well,
that as well.
well, am I wrong? They tend to be more often survivalists as well as have an understanding
yeah,
and they work with their hands.
You can't have progressives without
This is a good
opulence.
fucking meme.
Yeah.
I like this one.
Yep, Arcady Zegment.
Blow it up, would you?
Zoomed and enhanced.
We need common sense gun control.
Shut your fucking face.
Way to go, old man.
Shut up, pussy.
Yeah, this fucking guy, you're right though. They don't want to be your homeboy.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Look, several years ago, NRA still got a couple attaboys from the gun community because they did the right thing, but they've kind of shot themselves in the foot.
There was
Pun
another
intended.
one that was. There's another one that was really similar to this one. It was what's his face from Pirates of the Caribbean, like the first bad guy that they really had, like the
Barbosa.
Barbosa, where like some red coach or something that they put a gun to, I believe it was Jack's head, and then he's like, put your gun down or we're gonna kill him. So he's like, kill him. He's not our man. But like in the meme, it was like the NRA's face, and like it was libertarians who were like the Barbosas.
Yeah.
Like, kill him. He's not our man.
Go ahead.
Yeah, he's like,
Fine.
go ahead, fucking do it. I don't give a shit.
Please.
Yeah.
Way to go, old man.
Hey, shut up, pussy. Like, who the fuck is talking to you?
So.
Yeah.
Then the next one, Mother Nature's a bitch. I think we're all in agreement to that one.
You might launch your car to see if one and tree kills it.
Yeah.
Look at the size of that fucking tree, dude. It's enormous. God
That is
damn, it's huge.
That's a badass tree, dude. I
Yeah.
like it.
The tree's got to weigh like several tons. Holy fucking shit.
Yeah. And
they built the
Oh.
street around that fucking tree. They built
Oh,
the
yeah.
houses
Oh,
around
yeah.
those fucking trees. Those trees
Yeah.
are old as shit.
The trees have been there for decades. Probably, I don't know how old those trees get, but I mean, they could be 100 years old or some shit. I mean,
Based
that's-
on,
looks like
based on the
something-
style of the street, it's highly
looks like
possible.
somewhere in New England.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah. And then
Looks
the tree
like
just
regular
turns.
England, to be honest.
Yeah.
Looks like what?
It looks like
No, it's a
regular
one-way
England.
street.
Yes. Look at the fucking license plates.
Oh, you're
yeah.
right.
Yeah, you're right.
That's
It
very
is.
likely the UK.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like
Row
old
houses.
England. Well, row houses are.
Regular England.
Yeah, that's old, shitty, boring England.
With some old fucking trees that they
Yeah.
built the street around, and goddamn if that thing didn't come out of the ground. Holy shit.
And that tree was like, fuck your electric car. You know how much damage you've done with it?
That
Oh my
specific
God.
car right there.
Yeah.
And your roof across the street.
And your roof across the street.
Actually, I'm pretty sure that roof is fine because, that's old,
No way,
old construction.
dude. That tree weighs like several fucking tons.
Okay, so
man.
there's a
At least-
hole in the roof. It's patchable.
Ha!
But it didn't completely collapse the roof.
No, it probably didn't collapse the roof. I'll give you that.
Homeowner.
So real quick though, Seawall, Katie Z is in the chat saying, "Did you see the loser argue with me on this tweet? Lol, boomer." Let's try and find the boomer.
I'm guessing it might be the last tweet.
Might be. It might have been the. Well,
Here it is. Ultra MAGA extremist.
No. Maybe. GOP ahead and believe that? That sounds pretty boomery. Every time there's a push for gun control, the NRA gains in membership and support.
Yeah, so does several other better organizations. And they're gaining the ground faster.
I'm a lifetime member. I've made mistakes. That's cute.
Yeah.
You're still making them. Oh yeah? Smart guy. No guns. Motherfucker. Post guns, faggot.
Alright, so is that what you think you're doing? This is, yep, I know it's difficult to understand given your boomer status, but walls of text don't work anymore, for real. Wait, what? Okay,
Neither
yeah.
does mouth-breathing stupidity, most often reflected by those who communicate via memes. Just because you can't understand memes doesn't make it an invalid way to communicate a point. Yeah,
Right,
no, this
yeah.
is actually a really good fucking meme. Like, you
Right.
fucking boomer. Like, this is do you know, did you watch the movie? Like,
Yeah.
do you know the feel when?
Yeah.
Like, do you
And also remember,
get the feel?
meme's job is to shorthand concepts.
Yeah,
Right.
So you don't need a
you
wall of
give that
text.
shit a like.
Yeah.
Smash that like button.
Yeah.
Right, dude.
There you go, Katie said you got certified on the air. The Porch Boys like. Boom.
Fuck that
Don't
guy.
happen anymore.
Ultra MAGA extremist. Is he fucking for real? Like,
I don't
who
know.
we are, US 1. Oh,
Oh,
man.
he's a
Q,
constitutional
Char,
law.
trust the plan, trust sessions, motherfucking 2 more weeks. God damn.
Yep.
All right.
So.
All right, go back to Facebook. All right, are we going to shot chaser?
Get back on Facebook, old man.
No, now we're actually going to the news articles. We didn't have a ton of memes this
Right,
week.
shot chaser.
Yep, shot. Okay, gentlemen, here's the shot. The quest for longer-lasting COVID-19 vaccines.
Oh,
The-
wait. New variants circulate the globe. Oh, no.
Yeah, that
Human
was a pretty rough
immunity
shot,
against the
dude.
virus fades over time once you've taken the vaccine. To maintain durable protection, you need a naive infection. Oh, I mean, a virus. Right? They're developing a vaccine around the clock, next generation for durable protection, implying.
The Chaser!
Yes, from the Daily Kvetch, we have.
COVID vaccines may impair long-term immunity to the virus. Research suggests the Mijjt vaccination against COVID via mRNA vaccines may reduce body's ability to produce
key type of antibody, says David Rosenberg. Vaccines may impair the body's ability to produce a key type of antibody, thus potentially limiting the immune system's defenses against mutated strains of the virus. The study, which is linked here, and it's fantastic that you can read, an article that links to a study, and then you can go to the study and read the study and see, oh, okay, this article, what it's saying is actually accurate to what the study is trying to say. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
When fucking journalists do their job? What country
I
are
mean,
we in where these journalists
I
are
mean,
actually doing their
it's
fucking
almost
job?
as if we rushed a solution and ignored, tried to prevent the problem, when instead we could have used known treatments, while not perfect, but have known long-term effects.
No. Dude,
And-
much better to pay the pharmaceutical corporations billions of your tax dollars and warp speed a heretofore unapproved technology to quote-unquote vaccinate
don't
millions
worry.
of people.
Don't worry.
at the threat of
The
their
guy
job.
who basically designed this method and is like the expert in the world in this technology, he's totally not questioning this stuff as well. Wait,
He totally didn't die under mysterious circumstances.
wait,
did he?
why is he going on Joe Rogan? Why is he giving us a warning about this technology? Oh God! Oh no!
And then heart attack gun. Boom.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah,
so
heart attack
I
gun.
mean, if it may not be effective, right, then it may not be safe and effective, right? But if it may not be safe and effective, then it may not be safe either, right? So holy shit, that's what you call logic.
Well,
Common
also, knowing a little bit about the emergency use authorization laws, there's a very important bit that talks about if a treatment
Alternative treatment
is
is
found
not available, right?
And if we deployed an quote-unquote alternative treatment that may not be perfectly effective but helps, it's almost as if then this thing has to go through the 10 years of testing that is legally mandated.
Damn. That
Or-
would be a shame.
Yeah.
That would be a real detriment to.
But do you want to know what our
profit.
true worst public health crisis is?
Oh, angry young American male.
White American males. It is funny how the language that they use. They always say if it's like any race or something, they'll say that race unless it's white, then it's American. For some reason,
You think
it seems
so?
like it seems like they don't
No,
really
no.
say
They'll say
American.
white. If it's a white guy, they'll say white. If it isn't, they'll say American male.
Specifically, John. As we go through this article, I'll address that a bit
Okay.
because you've got it in a way kind of confused.
A
Really, what they're saying is
a sentence just triggered me.
no, they're using the attribute American instead of white. And if you scroll down, you'll see why.
No. Sentence right here. Gun control is necessary, of course. The idea that someone not old enough to vote can legally purchase assault rifles. One.
Okay, so that link
What's an
is
assault rifle?
clearly a lie, right?
And two, you have to be 18 to buy a gun in the U.S., which
That's
is the age of
clearly a
voting.
lie, right?
Yeah.
So there's strike number one.
Yeah.
Okay. Young men hell-bent on killing our children. It's a malignancy in our culture, and like every untreated cancer, continues to metastasize. Mass shootings aren't just commonplace; they're frequent. Heh. And we all know it's probably just another week before another random mass shooting. That's right. Reset the clock. Be American, get shot. This one feels different, of course. Fourth
Naturally.
graders. The lone wolf is no more, not since the internet. Shooter video game. Involuntary celibates. Misogyny.
So yeah, white. Yeah.
But okay, so check it out though. It talks about the
racist online community, especially young men. But if you follow the especially young men link, let's see here. Especially young men. No, that's not the one.
Keep going.
Angry young
He was ahead of
American
you.
male.
Especially young men down here at the bottom. Yeah, right there.
No. There's a good one. Maybe I'm thinking of another article, but she links to a fucking stat. Mass shootings aren't just commonplace. Young men hellbent. Which one is it? One of these is fucking. It talks about. Oh, it's probably the next article.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm confusing which one has the link to the stats.
Mhm.
Where I wanted to say.
Mijjt?
Diamonds. Midget. Oh no.
I don't know.
Did he die? I heard him cough and he's like, is he choking?
I guess we move on to the next one.
Quick, Siwo. Heimlich.
No.
He's dying.
No.
No. You. This is your fault. You, reader. Feel bad.
You notice all those other attributes, though, right? So
You cut out for a while there, man.
Yeah.
didn't
We thought
it?
you were gone. We moved on because we thought you
Yeah.
had, like, disappeared.
I'm sorry. So who's this? It's our fault?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is
It's
it our
you,
fault?
in particular, reader. Yeah.
This
You.
might be the one with the fun gun stats. All right.
Yeah.
The
Mass
you,
shootings?
right? It's
Uh-huh.
your fault. 213 mass shootings. Oh my god. Okay,
Only
so
145 days into the year, though. That's a crazy. We only hear about like 4 or 5 of them.
I
wonder
know,
why.
right? Okay, so go to the gun violence archive and you'll see that like all of the gun violence that they're citing is basically includes suicides.
Yeah, they
Mass
always include
shootings,
suicides.
including
Yeah.
mass shootings, 213.
Mhm.
Okay, and that's Chicago, Illinois, Merced, California, Detroit, Michigan, Taft, Chattanooga, Tennessee, Fresno, California, Memphis, Tennessee. Okay,
Memphis is
Uvalde makes the
fucking.
list, right? Kissimmee, Florida, Chicago,
That's fair enough.
Illinois, North State Street. Okay, these are just your everyday, like gang shootings are in here.
Mhm.
Basically, mass shootings.
Yeah.
Anytime someone or more people are like injured at one time,
Yeah.
happens every fucking day, right? Okay, now this fucking article is trying to blame me for this stupid inner city violence.
Yeah.
Okay, she's citing an article that's citing these statistics. Okay,
Yeah.
she's laundering the reporting through another fucking organization. Okay, she's giving legitimacy
Here we
to
go.
her own claims by laundering those claims through another publication, which is using this source material, so it's 3 degrees separation, to find out that she's fucking talking about gang shootings.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna call those shits our fucking fault. Wrong, says this bitch. The problem is you.
Right. You guy who, has a gun in his
Yeah,
house.
here we go. Now we get into the 2019. A number of gun violence deaths, all causes. Suicides.
I don't know if I would count suicide as violence. I think with violence there
No,
has
go
to
to
be a
mass
bit.
shootings. Go to
Yeah.
There
mass
has to be.
shootings.
Yeah, of course.
417. Mass murders,
Two-
31.
No, 213. Follow the link. Click it.
Which one?
Mass shootings. 213.
Yeah, you talking about the gun violence archive?
Yeah. Go there.
Yeah, I'm there.
All right, now click mass shootings.
Where?
Right here, 272. On the left. Come on, dude. Right there.
There you go.
All right, here you go. Check
Yeah.
it out. Here's all the
Yeah.
fucking. Look at this. It happens every fucking day. Okay, every goddamn day. And these are the sources. These are the incidents they're citing and blaming on you and me.
Right.
This is our
there's-
fucking fault.
I mean, there is Winchester, Kentucky. That's an out there one.
Way back in
Waynesboro.
2008, Senator Barack Obama was castigated for saying some Americans cling to guns and suggesting
Yeah,
it was unreasonable or unhealthy. Yeah, well, that was retarded back then, and it's retarded now.
still,
Yeah.
it's probably even more retarded now. At least Obama can say it in such a way that you'll be like, I don't know if he's right or not, but like that sounds. And he's a charismatic dude. He's a good orator.
Yeah.
But like, yeah,
If he's
now it's like
if he's pre-prepared the speech, of course.
right. Well,
If he's
now
off
it's like
script, oh god.
now it's like, listen here, fat. Guns, they're bad.
You don't
Unless
need 9
Ukrainians
millimeter.
are the-
9 millimeter can blow a dude's lungs out of him.
Yeah, well, good. He's not gonna fucking
Well,
use them
how
anymore.
dare
Is he?
we, the constitutional absolutist, who believes that the right to bear arms, you
Yeah.
ready to drink, when a state-of-the-art weapon was a flintlock, should be extended.
Wrong. There were
Fucking-
already early
Okay,
breech
no,
loaders
Seawall, don't
and
get
air guns.
don't get too worked up, man. There's no
Of course
sense
they
in
were.
pointing out the specific instances in which this person is wrong. We're
Right.
just taking the time to go through the material here.
So, yeah, I mean, they'll also like imagine this. I think this is far more important. Imagine the president of the United States, right? Like one of the founders or a bunch of them, whatever, is listening in on Biden's speech talking about no amendment is absolute, no right is absolute. Like they would have overthrown the U.S. government fucking decades ago,
Oh yeah.
like decades ago.
Yeah,
They would've been like, no, this
if
is
the
bullshit. This
founders
is not
came to the
blah, blah, blah,
modern
no.
day, and we got rid of the racism some of them held. Yeah,
Well, I mean, fine, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't, yeah, of course. I'm just saying that they would have been like, no, this is not what we were about. Like, what the fuck are you doing? But of course, everyone does, and the right does it too, where they'll appeal to like that authority of like interpreting what the founding fathers would have wanted without ever reading the Federalist Papers,
Yeah.
without ever like
Well,
knowing.
wasn't there a
what their
letter
actual
sent by I think it was
There's all
Jefferson
kinds of source material you
that
can reference.
basically
Yeah,
when somebody
absolutely.
asked him, "Hey, does that mean that we can like own a ship with cannons, like a naval
Yes,
vessel?"
and he said we
Well,
should
yes,
be
please
on
do.
par with
Yeah.
the military
Yeah.
because all military force resides in the people.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but they didn't want to have a standing army
Yeah.
originally. Like,
They
were
wanted to
just
call up
military.
militias in an emergency only.
Who else is going to be the fucking military?
Yeah, the
Who
militias.
in this, if we don't have it, hang on, if we don't have a standing military, who are the ones who defend our shores or defend, the land?
The people.
Right. Okay. Now, see, we'll apply that to anarchy. Boom.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
that simple.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah. I mean, my issue
State,
more is
my
in large
state,
scale
my
organization,
state.
but that is
Yeah,
more
of course.
a long term sustainability argument I have against it.
I mean, so there's a huge argument to be made about decentralized guerrilla warfare, such as was done against the United States by the Taliban and others for 20 years. And now who's in control of Afghanistan? Like, I'm just saying,
yeah, exactly. But the thing is, the thing is, there's
They have
also ways to
MRAP
counter.
now.
But also, there
They
are
have
ways to
MRAPs
counter
and
guerrilla warfare
fucking-
very effectively. It's just we were
goddamn
unwilling to utilize them.
helicopters.
Well, you
Yeah,
should probably tell the U.S. government that because they didn't figure it out.
Well,
So-
no, it's very simple. It's what the Chinese do to the Uyghurs. Mass imprisonment of the rebelling population.
okay.
So this bitch just keeps on and on and on and
Yeah.
on and on and on.
Yeah.
And she builds her whole premise on gang shootings. And by the looks of her, it's probably more her fault than mine.
Yeah.
More of these mass shootings, I'm thinking,
Wow.
are more related to something like her fault than mine.
So,
I wouldn't even say that.
yeah.
I would say, this is the problem with fucking collectivism in general.
Yeah,
Right? No, the
ain't
person
got
whose
nothing to
fault
do
it
with it,
is the
just
one who's
like
shooting other people.
nor do I.
That's whose fault it is.
Yeah.
That's it. Simple as.
Yeah,
It's that
simple.
person's fault.
Yeah. I mean, you can make arguments about where these shooters are coming from and the culture they're growing up in and
Sure,
the households
yeah.
they come from. And we can make certain culture arguments. Those aren't legal arguments. Those aren't, we have
Right.
to mandate certain things. I mean, I'm in the camp of maybe we should consider as a culture, frowning on single motherhood extremely heavily.
yeah.
And maybe even
Right, so-
amending the laws so they are deprioritized in all help. and all government assistance. Preferably, just get rid of government assistance to begin with. That's what I prefer.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah,
just get rid of it.
Here, just the first example on State Street. 2 killed, 7 wounded. Occurred in front of McDonald's, 10 East Chicago Avenue, Chicago.
Oh, Jesus.
That's a fucking gang shooting.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, dude! Imagine
Anytime
being
you're on the
shot to
street-
death in front of fucking McDonald's.
Anytime you're on the street that's named after the city you're in, you know you're in the ghetto, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
I wonder how many are happening on Martin Luther King Jr.
Jr.
boulevards. Yeah.
Yeah, you're done.
How many Martin Luther King boulevards
it's
and
right
streets are there?
downtown, dude. You're talking
Yeah.
10 East Chicago
Yeah.
Street. It's
Yeah.
right there on the fucking water. Like, it's close to the lake. That's right downtown. That's right downtown in the middle of the fucking city in the middle of the day. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Scooting along to the next story, I guess.
Yeah, fuck it. We'll move on.
Boston University professor says property is racist. Excuses Black Lives Matter peaceful protests after George Floyd death.
Right. Property is racist. So I want to hear his argument, though, because I know this is about to be some Marxist shit right here.
Yes, it is. We often hear here it is.
Property.
We often hear politicians and civic leaders from inside black communities and from outside of them as well. For example, we heard President Biden say, "Well, I understand your frustration, but don't destroy property," she said. Quote, "Well, when you say that, black people, who historically have been property, one of our greatest weapons was the looting of ourselves as property from the system of slavery. And what we see in communities is that they are reacting to the very racism of what we call property."
Holy shit, dude.
Oh, wait, that's some big brain shit right there, bro.
Major eye twitch there.
Huge brain, galaxy brain.
Oh my god, someone who does not understand the concept of property. Like, are you fucking kidding me, dude?
Throughout the summer, riots broke out, causing hundreds of millions of dollars in property damage. According to Axios, the number of damages could potentially be over $2 billion in these mostly peaceful
Professor
protests.
Grossman, what you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to approaching anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Fucking yeah, dude.
No, she goes on. I think it's really important for people who see reactions of communities to not judge and to not make assumptions about what is good and not good reactions and not actually re-victimize communities by saying there's an acceptable and not acceptable way to react. Listen to them, and then we can say what these communities need.
Bullshit. That's all
What do you
nonsense.
think of that there, John?
That's all nonsense. After that first paragraph, the rest of it is just, you can just throw that away. That's all just like
word salad.
rhetoric. It's sophistry, like at its finest. The best way to talk, the actual argument is in that first paragraph that you read about property. If we can have that again, if you don't mind.
Sure. We often hear politicians say, "Well, I understand your frustration, but don't destroy property." Well, when you say that to black people, I love this part.
Yeah.
Who have right? Like, how does this?
Who made you that property?
That doesn't matter.
How does this make sense? Who have historically been property, one of our greatest weapons was the looting of ourselves as property from the system of slavery.
Marxist shit. They seized the means of production, right? That's exactly what that is.
Okay, then what the fuck was serfdom?
And what
in Europe for a 1,000 years?
It is different. It is different than chattel slavery, not by a whole lot, but by enough to where it matters.
Yeah, it does matter.
It is different, of course. Yeah. But no. But the whole point is like, okay, first of all, who historically have been property. I don't think you'll find anyone who agrees with property rights and also agrees that humans are legitimate property.
Well, that's aside.
I mean, there are some really fucking out there,
man. They call a fucking Armalite rifle assault rifle every fucking day.
No, of course.
Don't expect to fucking point out hypocrisy or
Right, to a university
inconsistency.
professor, I'm sorry, yeah, the university professor should, of course, would not know better. Fucking,
Right,
I think she does
naturally,
know
she's university educated.
better. She does know better, I think.
Oh,
One of our greatest weapons was the looting of ourselves as property from the system of slavery. So talking about like, freeing themselves, which,
Yeah.
I mean, there were a few slave revolts and like a few times where slaves, took over which of course, like, oh dude,
I
you
would
just
like
need to fucking
okay.
read Lesson to Spooner. But like,
These guys
this
really
is
should look at the history of Haiti and what it tried to do when it quote unquote freed itself. It tried to go east and enslave the population on the other side of the island.
well, yeah, of course, but yeah, of course they're going to, right? But like that's the things when you grow up in that, they are right about this. If you grow up in that kind of system, you're going to do what you know how to do,
yo,
right?
I
I
feel
mean,
like is Ed in the chat right now? He's
I
gonna
don't,
really he's gonna really like this Yenta. Is he with us right now?
I don't see
He's
him. I haven't
not. He
seen him in
doesn't
quite a
seem to be.
while.
No, wow, this Hannah Grossman man, right up his alley. I'm gonna send
Send
him.
it to him. But no,
Yeah.
so yeah, first of all, humans are not legitimate property, right? That's obviously ridiculous. Humans cannot be property. Um, therefore,
Yeah.
that's why slavery is, of course, violence, and therefore you are
Oh,
perfectly
okay.
in your
Yeah.
rights
What's
to
the name of
resist
the
it.
professor? Scroll.
Yeah.
Let me find that.
I mean, I believe even in anarchy, at least in some circles, there's the concept of like indentured servitude, but that's a contract, an agreement you enter into.
I mean, doesn't like say you can't do it, but
Yeah, it's
I mean,
it's
there would have to
heavily
be,
frowned upon.
yeah, that would be
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. Is like anarchy as its foundational principle is like self sovereignty,
Yeah.
is self
Yeah.
ownership,
Yeah.
right? So if you don't own yourself, that means that somebody else does, and no one else,
Yeah.
according to anarchy, has a higher moral claim
Mhm.
over your body than you. And so, if someone else is claiming to own you, they are they are committing violence on you essentially.
Yeah.
Pretty
Especially if
much.
they enforce that. Like someone says something, then fine. Like, oh yeah, you're my slave. You're like, fuck you, bitch. And they then try to enforce that. That's when that's a problem, and you are fully justified in killing that person.
Yeah.
Like you're fully justified in resisting being a slave. Like
Yeah.
this whole idea of like, oh, ANCAPs are totally fine with slavery and like selling children and shit. Like that's not the fucking
I
case.
mean,
Yeah,
No.
you're right.
I
It's
mean,
antithetical to the
there are
theory.
some wackadoos in that
Well,
community that believe that.
it's antithetical.
Yeah, but we're
These are
talking about
anarchism understanders. Yeah.
yeah. Those are some fucking wackaloons. There are in every community there are wackaloons.
Of course. Yeah.
So
Of
this
course.
is Seda Grundy, who works in Boston University's Department of Sociology and program in African American Studies. She also works at Ibram X. Kendi Galaxy
Oh,
Brain
that makes sense.
Center for
That makes sense.
Anti-Racist Research. So
That
this is
makes
what
sense.
anti-racist research gets you, is literally word salad. That
Well, yes.
made no sense. One of the greatest weapons we had was the looting of ourselves as property from the
Right.
system of slavery. Therefore, the people who look the same as those people,
You should burn down Taco Bell because of that.
right?
Like, it's fucking retarded, you know?
And you shouldn't judge us
Right.
because
And it's okay.
people who are not us used to not be free to burn down Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Taco Bell didn't exist until after World War II.
No, it
when
used to
slavery
be
was
that they
long
would have
dead.
Delicious.
They
All
would
right.
have targeted Taco Bell in a rebellion if there was one, and therefore we're allowed to because
okay.
they weren't.
A bit of a revolution. Back to the revolution.
Is that how this works,
early
John?
riots,
Is my galaxy brain working?
in some of the early riots that were done by some of the founding fathers, they were appalled by the men that were fighting
Jesus.
for rioting and
Yeah,
stealing
can
from
we
people
move on?
uninvolved. Okay, moving on.
No, I'm sorry. I was talking about Elephant Man.
Yeah.
He said, philosophical question: has there ever been a civilization fucking drink? So, Elephant Man, are you in the Discord server? I'm pretty sure you are. If you are, you know what? I'll tell you what. I'll do it.
Oh, sorry, it wasn't Taco Bell.
I'll
It was a
drop you.
Wendy's. It was a
Well,
Wendy's they burned down.
I know it was
Yes,
a
it was
Wendy's,
a
but like
Wendy's.
I just
Yeah.
said Taco Bell because I fucking love
And
Taco. I'm a fat fuck.
Sequoia Turner.
You're a
was
fat
killed
fuck
in
that
the
loves to
parking lot.
drink. You love Taco Bell, obviously.
Right, of course. Like by proxy, I love
Yeah.
Taco Bell. Therefore, yeah, that's the
Yeah.
first one I thought of. Here we go,
Yeah,
Elephant Man. I'm gonna
so
DM you this.
Elephant Man, you guys take it to the Discord.
Yeah.
I'm gonna DM.
If this
I'm gonna
is not
DM
a
him.
troll,
No, this is not a troll.
No,
No,
no.
no, no.
Elephant
This
Man
is
is a friend. He's a friend. We like him.
no, I mean like
no.
if he's not trolling.
Yeah.
No. I sent him the Ace screenshot of like tons of different anarchist
You-
societies throughout history and how long they lasted, and
You should
including
post
some that
it
are
in
still
the
around
meme.
today. It's a
You
well,
should
yeah.
post
It's a copy pasta at this point.
Yeah.
You just
No,
go drink.
the
and get
thing
those
is, I
back.
would also contend that some of the ones that you're claiming aren't exactly anarchies because they had a state. It was just a chieftain level state.
Well, I'm gonna go
No,
drink
that's not.
real quick, you guys.
All right, so then hang on. I'll get into that while he's getting his drink. When he gets back, we'll move on.
Yeah.
Because a chieftain is not the same as a state. If they're not having a monopoly on violence, right? They
have
exist
the
at this level.
influence and power to have people exiled or
They
killed from the
exiled.
community.
That's always been a thing.
Yeah.
That's not antithetical to anarchy. That's just free association. That's saying
But they are making the
not
choice. But
associate
they are
anymore.
making the choice for the
Right, but they
community,
don't-
and
they
the
don't
only
have
way
a monopoly.
to override it would be generally removing them as chieftain or threaten their position as chieftain. Thus, you're having to use your own coercion on him to stop his own coercion. I would argue that if there is a hierarchy, you are effectively building a state.
No, that's not true because natural hierarchies exist. So no, that's a very common misconception with anarchy. That's an ANCOM thing, is that it's trying to abolish hierarchy.
Yeah.
That's not the case because natural hierarchy. We've agreed on this before. Natural hierarchies will exist always, just in any group of people, regardless of what's going on, and regardless of the conditions. There will always be a hierarchy. It's just whether or not you're able to freely associate with that hierarchy or go away from that hierarchy, right? Remove yourself from that hierarchy. If you're not able to remove yourself from the hierarchy, that is not anarchy. It cannot be anarchy. That is not a state, right? You're forced to be there. So that would be the main difference.
Yeah. Oh, also, sorry, I just saw a meme really quick that came up on my Twitter. You could never take on the government with nothing but a bunch of AR-15s. And then a picture of a fucking IRA member with an AR-15.
It's an AR-18, I believe they used.
It's basically the poor man's AR-15, and you know.
Yeah. Well, they were poor man's, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So, moving
All right,
on.
cool,
Let's
dude.
move on to the next story. Science must not be used to foster white supremacy.
Oh,
Okay.
I didn't pull this one up.
Yeah.
but
Must not.
let me pull this one up. Let me go ahead and pull this one up so I can take us through this one because, yeah, don't you just love the heckin' science, you guys? Don't you just love the heckin' science? Science should guide our decision making. We should trust experts in science to tell us what's right for us.
BRB
Right?
one more time.
Oh man, the white supremacist who drove 200 miles to Buffalo and opened fire had posted a screed.
And who totally doesn't glow in the fucking dark.
Not at all. There's no reason to believe on the basis of his screed that the Buffalo shooter understood or even read the scientific paper. Scientists have to recognize that their research can be weaponized. They need to think hard not only about how their findings might be misinterpreted, but also about the point of even conducting the studies they do of differences among racial groups. Why even explore the truth? Says the third paragraph in an opinion piece editorial in the Scientific American.
Also,
That sounds
think
Why
here.
would you want to explore the truth?
Also,
what is even the point?
because if you don't explore the truth, you cannot solve
Yes,
the problem.
it was a rhetorical question, but I know it's
Yeah.
tiresome.
Yeah.
Seawall, it is. This is all a stupid
So-
game.
Yeah.
I can't
And the
believe that
problem
people
is when
pay for a fucking subscription to this service.
whoever rejects reality will lose in the end. That is truth, time immemorial. Kings that have lost their grip on reality have always had their heads cut off. They've always fallen. You either accept reality or you fail.
As an academic philosopher focused on how scientific knowledge is built, and on the ethical dimensions of scientific knowledge building, I, the author, am familiar with the argument that the knowledge scientists build is itself morally neutral. Right?
Mhm.
All of this grandiose bullshit to excuse why that's not actually the case.
Yeah.
And how, even though he's sworn as a scientist, to uphold that fucking virtue and principle, he's gonna change now for this one reason, for no reason, because what is even the point of knowing these things, right? You guys, let's just stop right here and advance no further. Why would we do that?
Because if you go down that road, you may actually prove the quote-unquote racists of old right.
Look, here he goes again. For another thing, scientists must do some soul searching about why they are so motivated to look for evidence.
The scientific method specifically says leave your biases at the fucking door.
Please, because it's better. Okay? That traits like intelligence or propensity to violence are written in our genes, or that they would be different for people in different racial groups. Of all the bits of truth they could discover about our complex world, why this focus? Right? Why? Validation for their biases? No, come on, you guys. There's no point in exploring the depths of the... What did he say? The complexity of our world?
Because if scientists actually got to the truth of the matter and figured out what is fairly likely, it would actually bolster certain groups into basically saying, hey, maybe we should, make sure certain groups can't have kids, so that we can make a better humanity.
Margaret Sanger did, the founder of fucking Planned Parenthood.
Exactly. Yeah.
Gee. Wow.
Who is, mister?
That's pretty edgy right there, Seawall.
Seawall got a little edge on him tonight, man.
Yeah, I'm in the camp of let's find out, and then it's better for them just to find out, spit it out there, and let the pieces fall where they lie than to try to bury it, because the longer you bury it and slow it down, the more ammunition the ones that want to use it for malevolent purposes will have to then use against you to push the really dark shit. But moving on.
Oh my god. Okay, so the in the next paragraph where they link to that fucking big long link there, the weakness of studies. They link to Lewontin's fallacy.
What?
So, for those of you in the know out there, they're just linking this huge fucking link here that they're throwing in the middle of the article where they're apologizing as to why, science actually shouldn't be scientific. They're actually pointing to a massive fallacy in genetic study. Lewontin. More difference, amongst than in between.
But wasn't that proven wrong?
Of course it fucking was. It's a theory from the 1970s, and it's been thoroughly fucking debunked.
Yeah, and that if you actually look at various groups, that almost all groups are more similar that Africans are the weird outlier within humanity. That all other groups are genetically more similar to each other than Africans are to any other group.
Oh, there's that edge again, but it's the truth.
Quite edgy.
Yeah.
I have no idea if that's true or not.
It's based off of graphs I've seen based on kind of genetic differences, and you see the Europeans, the kind of in between the Eurasians, and then the Asians all kind of in the same area, and kind of you can easily kind of see where they delineate. Whereas Africans are kind of off on this weird tangent.
So what kind of, like, you're talking like sub-Saharan?
Yeah, sub-Saharan.
Okay.
Because Eurasians are
Northern
kind
Africans,
of
and like along the Mediterranean stuff, like they obviously
they're
more like
more
Levantine.
Italians.
they're a mix of old Roman with remnants of Carthaginian.
There's a haplogroup for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're more closely related to Middle Eastern than Sub-Saharan, but they're also kind of a hodgepodge.
Yeah, there's a haplogroup for that.
Yeah.
So, but also from Quartz, we ordered the same guns used in Uvalde. Here's how easy it was.
It was so easy, you guys. It was so easy.
All you need is fucking $2,000.
Clicks.
5 clicks and $2,000 at least. Like,
okay.
Sales online
hold
for
on.
$18.70 plus tax. Shipping to a local gun shop is free.
Are you ignoring the FFL check you have to go through?
Right, yeah.
No, they
of
do
course
bring it
they are. That's why I highlighted this fucking article.
Well, the reason
is because they're fucking lying, isn't it?
Yeah, I was going to highlight this article, but it turned out when I read it through it all the way, they did actually mention in like a very roundabout, like not a roundabout way, they kind of glossed over the fact that they had to,
that's the fun part.
Once they get to the stores, when they're going to do the background check and all this other shit.
Yeah, online, it's like,
you do it.
Yeah, online. Oh, of course, on the online part, they're not going to ask for it because you can put in anyone's information online, so they're not going to do it. It's not worth their time to build that infrastructure because they know the gun shop will do that.
Well, they have to. Yeah. You're going to have it anyway before you can pick it up, right?
Exactly. So
you can ship it to an FFL.
Yeah, because they're basically effectively pre-authorized.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. They're
pre-authorized to own and, store that weapon, whereas a person may or may not be.
Yeah.
A regular person may or may not be.
Yeah.
So, after clicking place order, we received an email confirming that the purchase promising to send a tracking number once the gun was on its way to the pickup point.
Like it's a dude in a trench coat by a mailbox being like,
exactly.
Hey,
Thank you. Yep. Exactly. Yep. At no time were we asked for proof of age or clean criminal record, which are legally required to buy a firearm.
Yep, right there.
That will happen when we pick up the gun at the local licensed dealer.
Local licensed dealer.
They have one sentence that tells the truth.
Yeah.
One sentence.
That blows the whole thing out of the water.
Yeah, that just makes the whole rest of the article irrelevant.
Yeah.
That one sentence.
They're getting paid by the word, don't you understand?
I guess that's fair, yeah.
They gotta stretch this out.
Okay, quick question here. I don't think either of you guys buy Legos on Amazon, but I'm assuming you buy stuff on Amazon on occasion. Do you have to have it shipped?
I'm not a fucking soy boy lying journalist. I don't buy Legos and Zappos shoes.
No. Have you ever bought anything on Amazon or online, Mijjt? At any point in your life?
Oh, come on, dude. You have.
Rarely. I promise you. Rarely.
Okay, but you have.
I got the chronograph.
Got it. Did you have to go to a special chronograph dealer to then confirm your identity, or do they send it directly to your front door?
And pay a fee, right? To pick it up and pass a background check? No, I didn't. No. Thank you.
Got it. So it's not like a purchase from Amazon.
Oh, so aside from that, right?
Yeah.
Aside from that...
Yeah. Aside from
you might as well have bought, a 24-pack of soy milk off of fucking Amazon.
Yeah. Of course, for the lethality of the product.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker, if you're stepping on a Lego, I think that's pretty close to, being shot at by a fucking minigun.
Like a landmine.
Yeah, it's a landmine.
So they just go on to kvetch about how Daniel Defense made himself a company something out of nothing. And now he's like one of the premier fucking arms manufacturers.
I mean,
in Texas.
he's a Gucci arms manufacturer. I don't respect him because
and now he's one of the premier. He's got government contracts, bro. He ain't no joke.
He's pushing product, man, and it's high quality.
Well, I can respect the hustle, but I don't like it.
Hey, man,
Fair
don't
enough.
hate the player, man.
Hate the game, yeah.
The game, I guess.
I don't hate him for being successful like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
I'm just not a fan of the because things I've heard reviews from Daniel Defense that they're not as good as what they're charging for it. It's very fucking Gucci.
I mean, you
shit.
can get a PSA. Yeah,
it's basically I treat Daniel Defense is the Apple of the firearms world. Let's go with that.
Like Ruger.
Yeah.
Well, you could get a PSA, bro, and be just as happy, I'm sure.
Yeah. If I had the CNC equipment, I would just machine one myself.
Oh, don't let the feds hear you say you wouldn't sell it. Of course.
No, of course not.
And you're not.
And if I ever were planning to, I'd properly serialize and register it.
Naturally.
Probably go through a local gun shop.
Who didn't do nothing and was just going to church on Sundays.
Well, no. The reason why is I'm trying to not, get marked liable. I'd partner with a local gun shop. Well, moving on to the next story. Oh, no. It might glow in the dark, guys.
If you give me a moment, Armand, I've actually I only know this because I was playing it recently. In Oblivion. Elder Scrolls 4, Oblivion, of course, great game. The first guy that you meet in the Thieves Guild who lets you into the Thieves Guild, his name is Armand Kristoff. It's spelled just like this. So I'm just saying, I don't know if that's connected or not, but I'm just saying. No,
I'm sure there's a reason the name Armand. It's more than just that citation that you listed, John. Isn't it
there's
there's another pop culture shady reference to be made for Armand. I'm not familiar, but I saw it and I was like, oh fuck, that's weird. It's like some character from classical literature that's
okay. I thought it was French for soldier, is it not?
Nefarious and fucking clandestine.
Is it not French for soldier? I thought it was French masculine name, Armand, Army's man. Yeah. Yeah, it's basically soldier.
Yeah,
so that's fun. Yeah.
There's a second one. I think it's the same thing.
The same one. Yeah.
Double-minded people. The FBI verified. The FBI verified that none of these people called law enforcement to warn them about the shooting. Boy, I guess it's a good thing we've got the FBI, huh? They're here to verify that nobody fucking called. Okay, good for you. You have the ability to verify that, huh? Right?
We're just gonna move on without reading that. I guess we're moving on without reading. All right.
Oh yeah.
You guys know this.
It's in the same town. It's at the junior high school. Obviously, it's at the junior high school because this guy planned to do this his fucking senior year. So, that's what he fucking did. He got in trouble, and this was tweeted about. That's why I'm confident in sharing it this evening. That by a U.S. representative. I personally think that this is probably the same fucking kid.
I think they claimed it wasn't, but again,
I don't see why.
Yeah, that police department is so fucked that no one trusts them right now.
Evidence that it wouldn't be it seems pretty clearly.
Other than the trust me, bro, from the local police department,
right?
Who's already fucked up.
Was source my ass.
Yeah,
this kind of seems.
I like that.
Yeah,
source my ass.
Along the same line.
Oh, I got in the next article, I got a bit of a white pill for you guys.
Oh well, yeah, democracy stuff is totally a white pill for me. I'm happy about it. Yeah. I'm also
an appeals court Friday said a circuit judge issued a quote patently unlawful temporary injunction. So get this. Not only the temporary injunction before us on appeal does not return the parties to condition that existed before the subject matter at the center of the controversy. Instead, get this, the order does much more. It gives the appellees affirmative relief by requiring the secretary to conduct the elections under an entirely new, unenacted, recently proposed by the appellees plan. Okay, so this judge is trying to bypass the legislative process entirely.
And he got his dick slapped for it.
With his own shit. Not even the original shit, but some new shit. Yeah. They're trying to squeeze in with this appeal. Okay? Yeah. Or no, with this fucking injunction. Alright? So they're saying the remedy is not to go back even to the original shit, but to go back to some new shit that they want to do rather than what the voters fucking approved. God,
and he got his dick slapped for it.
People are evil.
And he got his dick slapped for it.
Oh man. These people are fucking evil. Don't you forget it. They wanted to fucking bypass the entire shit so they could run the 2022 elections the way they wanted to. And fuck what the American...
at most, all it would have done is flipped one Republican seat Democrat in Florida, and that's it.
It's so goddamn stupid.
Yeah. And the thing is, guys, you guys realize that every little try to grasp at power you're doing is only weakening your hold on it in the long run. You're fucking up hardcore.
The comments before we move on. Yeah. At the bottom, the comment section at the bottom.
Oh, way at the bottom of this.
Ooh. At least some people got their fucking heads on straight.
Reprimanded judge may want to transfer to
Al
traffic
Lawson,
court.
And I'll repeat this out loud. Al Lawson is as worthless as Corinne delivers for herself Brown. I look forward to finally having representation by someone who actually lives in Duval County.
That's funny.
Okay? Because his fucking district reaches all the way out to Tallahassee, as we talked about. And why should any ethnic group have any constitutional right to elect representatives of their collective choice? It's clearly against the Constitution of the state of Florida. And the judge is way out of line by not only allowing it, but enhancing that shit.
Yeah. I don't even think he should be in traffic court. I think he should, go back to law school. Because he needs a reminder.
He'll have fun there. It's just way too good of a fate. So, but judges, especially judges, should be held to fucking much higher standard.
Oh, yeah. Much higher standard.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I'm talking death penalty for fucking up a little bit. All right, we can compromise from there, right? Yeah. That's my starting position.
I'm in the camp of if you're on the wrong side of a higher court decision, you got to be reconfirmed.
That's the big ass.
Yeah.
Death penalty is the big ass.
Yeah.
Right. Now,
then I bring in my then my negotiation is if a judge is on the wrong side of a higher court decision, they can be recalled automatically to the Senate for to require reconfirmation.
All right. How about just tarring and feathering?
Yeah. Skip the dog and pony show and get right to the
moving
fireworks.
On to something that's meant to make our blood boil. Police are investigating after a middle school librarian allegedly defended a pro-prostitution book by saying it belonged in the library because many of the school's 11 to 13-year-old students are sex workers. Educators are mandatory reporters.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Now, how much of that is actually the case? Because I've not seen this article, I've not read this article, I know nothing about this article.
It's the Daily Wire. I'm just going for the shock headline.
Small Hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also the Daily Small Hat. So, I don't know how much of that is true, how much of it might have been like some kind of inference.
Yeah.
I mean, are we going to read the article?
We can. I'll pull it up really quick. Let's see.
I just want to see what the context of this is, or if that's even a quote, like a real quote.
Oh, it's a paid for.
You got paywalled.
That's right.
You got fucking baited off of Twitter.
Yeah. Dude, just do incognito mode. You should be able to.
Twitter bait.
We're moving on. Look, from what little I picked up here, you'll see here a shocked teacher went to the police.
Loudoun County. That's
Yeah.
that same one with the chick got raped by the dude that was talking about.
Yeah, and the
Good
fucking school council was like, that's not a problem.
Yeah.
Right, what do you mean that's not a problem at all?
Another kind of fun, quick one. FBI documents reveal U.S. may have funded Charlottesville rioters through Ukraine neo-Nazi group. Documents show ties between Azov Battalion, U.S. rioters.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
no, this is definitely worth our audience's time to go
Right.
through. Like, let's just mention to them, like, guys, this is worth looking into, because
it's going to go in our. It's probably I'm gonna drop it into the cutting room floor. It's a good place. Yeah.
It's just an interesting kind of sidelong connection. Like one of these guys went over there. I think they said Tarrant, like, interacted directly with one of these guys.
Sure.
Like some of these guys were talking online. Some of these guys were just inspired. I don't think the Sun and Rod is an exclusively like Azog thing, but I don't know. I guess they use it pretty much.
They all glow in the dark.
I mean, the connections that they make in this article are truthful, but they're kind of tenuous.
Yeah.
Like, it's just kind of like one was inspired by them. One actually did. I think they said it was Tarrant go over there and train with them briefly. Something like that. So it's interesting because, of course, they're funded by the DoD.
Yeah.
And, I mean, Jesus, dude.
Yeah, it's like, okay, we want to fund this one group of ethnic authoritarians to stop that other group of ethnic authoritarians.
There are no other ethnic authoritarians in the fucking area, dude. It's just these guys.
No, they funded them as a curb against Russia and the Russian groups in Eastern
authoritarians.
Yeah,
Russia's not that.
I would disagree with that. Yeah.
Why would you disagree with that? They're like a diverse fucking nation.
Well,
I'm talking about the eastern territory of Ukraine. Very ethnically Russian and very quote unquote Russia-centric.
Yeah.
So it's literally a situation of we are funding one group of ethnic extremists to fight another group we like slightly less.
Kind of like what the U.S. foreign policy has been for the last 60 years.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
There's a lot more.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
That's what that's like the modus operandi for the U.S. like foreign policy. Yeah. We're funding a young group of rebels. It's like Dave Smith said, right, during one of his comedy specials. It's great. We're going to fund this young group of rebels. We're going to help us take out this dictator. Oh shit! Now this young group of rebels are now the dictators. So what we're going to do to solve that problem is we're going to fund this small group of rebels.
That totally isn't the remnants of the previous administration.
Right, and it's just going to continue on in that cycle. That's the whole point, right? Is that it's
or we could just, not fuck around in other people's business and just go, you know what? That situation over there is kind of fucked. We're just not going to even trade with it.
I'm sorry, it's not my problem. Yeah. Not my problem. And look, if you want, like, those Reddit people who are like, oh, we're going to go join, good, go. Do it.
Fine.
I don't give a shit.
We're just never going to let you come back.
I don't even care about that. Come back.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. You
come back. Go again. Come back again. Who cares?
I don't give a shit. Yeah, you pay for the plane ticket, though. I'm not paying for the plane ticket, but you can get there and you can come back. I don't give a shit.
I love the ISIS brides that flew over and they were begging for the West to pay for them to come home when they found out that it's kind of shit over there.
Right.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
Well, that's different. It's like, no, you chose to go over there. I'm sorry. As long as you're right. I mean, if you're a kid and it wasn't your choice or something, fine, right? But like, yeah, if you're a grown woman and you're like, oh, some like ISIS member, that's on you. I don't give a fuck. You're not coming back on my dime. You come back on your own.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Is this Rasmussen?
Yeah.
That sounds like a Russian name. I don't know if I trust it. How likely is it that cheating affected the outcome of the 2020 election? Is a poll. Everybody calm down.
Yeah.
likely by party. These are people who voted likely by their party. All overall, 55%, which is
Majority.
a majority.
Yeah.
Since we love democracy on this channel, as of course we were required to by the premier, we love democracy. Republicans said 77%, independents saying 53%, which is more than half of them as well, and Dems a whopping and a very surprising 36%.
More than a
Well,
third.
yeah.
More than a third. Are
Well, I would
willing
argue
to-
that at least half the Dems that believe that are believing that there's cheating for the Republicans.
Okay, but even
Yeah.
so, it's a lack of faith in the system either way.
Yeah.
Right? No matter who they believe is stealing
Yeah.
the election or who is
Yeah.
trying to steal the election, that's a huge lack of faith in the electoral system.
Yeah. Which is how civil wars occur.
Fucking awesome. Not the Civil War part, but the lack of faith in the democratic system is fucking amazing. And I can't wait for that number to be 100%. I mean, not that it would be, but
we'll pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers.
those are still rookie numbers. We can increase those
Moving on to
numbers.
the next one.
Are millennial leftists aging into right wingers? I don't know. Do bears shit in the woods?
Right.
Yeah.
It's almost like that's what happens as you get older. You get more. I don't want to say the word conservative because that obviously
they're softening in their old age is what we would call it.
Well, it's more like you care more about like
what you've worked
people around you and what you care more about things that a right winger would care about more than something that a socialist might care about. You're going to care less about like LGBTQ plus issues. You're going to care more about how much is your property tax.
You didn't find any. You didn't have any distaste for this fucking condescension here. It came off as a portrait of the millennial generation midlife crisising its way into voting Republican.
Oh, I don't give a shit about that. It's fucking cope and seethe, faggot. I don't care.
Cope and seethe. Learn your lesson.
Right. Donald Trump wasn't nearly as bad as everyone said. Like all these fucking there was a conversation mainly centered on a few themes. Yeah. But I mean, these are all true. Now, so the funny thing is, though, I want to point this out. I learned this a long time
I like
ago.
this too. Spend any time listening to left-wing millennials on their vast archipelago of blogs, podcasts, YouTube channels, and Twitch streams, and you'll hear hints of the terms in which this generation's shift will unfold. Their growing distaste for their own political tribe seems as much a product of cultural alienation as anything.
They're seeing reality for the first time in their lives.
No. It's what it is, and I think it might have been Dev, Short Fat Otaku. It might have been him, but someone was talking about this recently, and that was a really good point. So that sounds like Dev. He's pretty good at making points. It's about like the fact that like the left keeps going further left, and so if you, as you get older, you stop moving further left, but the left keeps going. And so at some point you find yourself being that right-wing reactionary that you otherwise would not have been, a year ago.
Like, okay, well, I was willing to go with you guys this far, but now I'm old.
Right. And that's how I was. Like, as soon as, like, the gay marriage thing was done, I was like, all right, that's cool. We're equal rights now. And then all of a sudden, fucking, no, that's not even almost close. Fucking boom, we're way over here. And I'm like, whoa, guys, I thought we were doing this thing.
Yeah, and because they are...
Now we're fucking kids.
Yeah, right. And because they're going... and now they're making it so that the backlash of like, well, the Republicans in the 90s warned us about this. Maybe we should just, bring back the old sodomy laws from the 50s. Just nip this right in the bud.
I mean, nip this right in the butt. How many people... how many people actually got convicted on sodomy laws? I mean,
not
I'm sure
many.
It's not zero. I'm sure it's not zero, but it can't be many.
It was very rare.
That aside, you guys, this journalist, this opinion writer here is not lying, and I think that's rare.
Yeah.
This part here,
I don't have a problem with the article.
Fueled in part by anti-liberal animus, Sanders to Trump voters were well documented that helped Republicans retake the White House in 2016. Many of these voters never came back, and the Sanders coalition became smaller and more ideological in 2020.
Mhm.
Yet the Sanders to Trump migration continued, with some polls taken before 2020 vote suggesting the number of converts could be as high as 15%. Doubtless, this played a role in Trump increasing his share of the millennial vote by 8%.
Well, hang on. I'll tell you exactly why that happened because I was part of that Sanders to
Right. No,
Trump
it's
kind of
rare
movement.
that these
There's a
people
reason,
don't fucking lie. It's like he's
right?
ringing an alarm bell. This should have been rang
A
6
long
years
time
ago.
ago, and this is something that we knew about. If you watched like on YouTube content at that point, political content, of course, you would have
You know,
you'll be
you lived it.
right. That's what I'm saying. He's like, okay, you chose Bernie at that time because you were disillusioned with
Yeah.
the system that was going, the two-party system that was going
Yeah.
on, and he offered a
Well-
separate solution.
Well, in
And then he got fucked over in the
Right, they
primaries.
fucked him openly.
yeah.
Openly
Well,
fucked him.
also the thing is, the
Right.
Republican and Democrat
Well, hang on.
Party.
No. Hold
Yeah.
on.
Hang on, because so Bernie got fucked over openly, brazenly, while like they're laughing at him, and that was your first chance of being like, oh fuck, like it doesn't matter who. That's the first disillusionment with voting, at least for me, right? Is
Yeah.
that like, oh, it doesn't fucking matter who you vote for because they're gonna just put whoever they want
Well,
in.
not exactly. The thing is, the Democratic Party and the Republican Party were both having a disillusionment problem with their voting bases at the same time. The difference is the Republicans went down the path of reform. Sure, there are still elements of the Republican Party that are kicking and fucking screaming. The establishment guys.
Well,
and they are dying out.
The Republicans went, in my opinion, the better direction.
Yeah, the reform path.
No, the populist. They went
Yeah.
to the populist, right? Trump, for all of his flaws, Trump had his finger on the pulse
Yeah,
of what people on the right cared about.
yeah.
He really did.
And he still does to this
He
day.
spoke to that. Right, and
He
he
is the Republican kingmaker now. Almost
Right.
everyone he endorsed got in.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it was a
So-
couple here and there, but they were like, old, really popular local guys.
Sure. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not.
And
that's
they're
not
going to
what
vote
the
with the populist Republicans anyway because they probably saw, holy crap, Trump actually gave me there was a chance I could have lost. I may not survive the next one kind of thing.
Well, all right, guys. So
Moving on to the most serious, most serious story we have of the night. Put on your serious faces, boys.
serious face.
No laughing. Shooter
Never.
walks free as police tackle arrest AR-15. The police are finally doing their job,
Finally.
arresting those evil AR-15s.
I'm
Hopes and
so
prayers.
glad that ER-15 is no longer going to be out. It's going to be locked up in a cell with other AR-15s where they can only do damage to each other.
Yeah.
And like possibly rape each other. So but at least they're not not my backyard.
And the bewildered
Okay,
shooter
maybe.
shrugged and slowly backed away. Honestly, I was hoping to make a name for myself, he told the reporters later, but they just blamed the gun. So, well, I guess I won't be famous after all.
Suppose not. Do better look next time, man. Pick a different weapon. Maybe you'll be
feds
more
are looking for no further suspects. They
correct.
have their
Yeah,
man in
that makes sense.
custody. There is no further threat to the public.
That's right.
So, yeah.
The feds have the AR-15 in custody.
Yep. And moving on to the next next one, videos. So, gentlemen,
Oh, yeah.
just something calming. We're just watching a little bit of C-SPAN.
Funding for first responder personnel and vehicles would be doubled if said attack leads to more than 80% of national population being affected by classified. This funding
What?
should commence in conjunction with the first attack on
Excuse me?
classified, or the first large-scale outbreak of classified,
What?
dependent upon which comes first. Civilian and military units shall be trained in containment and combat of classified, including irradiated
What?
classified with possibility of classified airborne, classified flesh-eating, classified
flesh-eating?
and or all of the above
What?
in such event as classified
You said
opioid and
flesh-eating?
classified escape are released or otherwise become uncontrollable. Air Force units may also be directed to combat said classified due to their enormous size and otherworldly strength.
What?
This
What?
event occur in urban areas.
What?
Jesus.
Due to their overwhelming size and otherworldly strength.
Wait, hold on.
Right,
Are we
so-
about? Wait, no. I know what this
Yeah.
is. World's gonna go Attack on Titan.
I'm just gonna.
Yep.
They're getting us ready so that we'll accept the alien invasion when it comes.
It is conditioning, isn't it? They're
Yeah.
slowly
Conditioning,
conditioning
dude.
us.
We're gonna be invaded by aliens, and you know what, dude? Fucking good
Bring it
luck to
on,
them,
bro.
man. Good luck to them.
Could
Like
be worse.
honestly,
It could
good
be
luck.
much worse.
No, I mean, like, good luck to them in their efforts. Just because, like, why would you want the Earth? I don't know. Like, we're pretty fucked, bro. Like, come back later when
I mean, if they're
ourselves.
looking for a habitable world, assuming they're carbon based, to breathe oxygen like us and need water, Earth is actually pretty rare in the cosmos.
Yeah, fuck us, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also,
Well,
it depends
I mean,
on what we're
we've already
dealing
done it
with.
to
So
ourselves.
I for one look forward to serving our new alien overlords.
So, moving on to the next one. Just a dude doing
This
some
one's
tree trimming.
wrong.
Yep.
Míralo. Tonto, mira.
No, dude, like, legit. And I know I said this before. Dude, this makes my balls tickle. Like, you know that feeling when you go on one of those like ship rides on
Yeah.
like a carnival or something, and like
Yeah.
as you're going down, it makes your fucking balls tickle. Dude, this is legit the same thing. I'm not even there, and I'm like, oh no, like the G force is acting on you. It's oh no.
You
Oh,
feel like you're there.
right. It's enough. It's enough to where I feel like, oh my god, this dude's about to fucking fall, and I'm gonna
Yep.
watch somebody die.
Buttholes all puckering.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, butthole puckering, balls fucking tingling.
Yeah.
It's not fun, dude. It's not fun.
Not a good
And
feeling.
hey, left to the
man.
max. Now that I'm talking about my balls, of course, that's when the women show up. Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, moving on to the next one.
It's what they're here for.
Dude, I have to say
Speaking
this:
of big balls.
viewer discretion advised on this one.
Speaking of
It's edgy.
great big balls, John.
Yep.
Yeah, this is pretty edgy. I like it a lot. It's funny. I like how his signature.
Yeah.
Yes, dude. I like how his signature is just like the three dots, like the finger holes of a bowling ball.
well, of course not, Katie. You don't have balls.
So I've never been on a ride that made my balls tingle. What? She doesn't have lady balls? What happened? You never seen South Park where they got the lady? Yeah, it's a vagina just with balls underneath. It's just fucking hilarious. You wouldn't get it if you haven't seen it. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Life to the max, lol, strike. So, and the next one is
Spare.
is some weird coincidences.
There are no, as we'll find out at the end of this, are no coincidences.
Loosely similar shape and landmass.
Very loosely.
Yeah. Naples.
Naples, I don't know. Oh,
Seven Hills of Rome. City of Seven Hills. Italian descent.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Public warehouses.
Public.
Ooh.
You ready to pump some crap? Holy shit.
Yep. Oh, Eastern and Western Florida.
I'm hoping to have one of those tomorrow.
Yep.
I'm hoping to have a pub sub tomorrow, man.
Yeah. Yep.
That's
Fuck
awesome.
yeah, dude.
I hope
right?
Santa's crosses the
Yep.
St. John's.
Yep. And this is going to be the last video of the night. It's going to be a longer one because John demanded it. It was
I hope
bad. He was on
I
his
hope-
knees begging and crying. There was snot everywhere.
Yeah.
I hope
It was really
Santa's
bad.
crosses the St. John's River and casts the die.
I hope so as well.
Yeah.
That's fair.
This is for
All right, so
cash
hang on.
cars.
Pause it real quick. Pause it. Okay. Little context. This is what is it? Cash Cars, KC, hashtag honest car sales. This dude is doing. This is a legit commercial. Now, I don't think it was like on on TV because he says a lot of things that would not be allowed on TV. But this is a legit advertisement for this company. Might be a strong word.
I'm sure he's
they're a car
incorporated.
dealership. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's an LLC. Yeah.
Okay, question is, how many times it had been dissolved and created under a different name?
Listen, that's between
for
them and the IRS.
That's for
right?
you not to know.
Right. That's for them and the IRS to know, not you.
Yeah.
Right. So, this is probably the most not only ghetto car ad, but also the most honest one. It's fucking brilliant. I love this, and I cannot wait to share this with you guys. Please pull it
let's
up.
do it.
Yeah, please press play.
All right, now, some of y'all may not understand what as is or as the
Yeah,
fuck
turn it up a
is
little bit if you
means.
can.
It's maxed.
When we say we sell motors and transmissions, when we tell you to take it on a test drive, I'm just going to explain this shit to you because some of y'all don't understand the words that come out of our mouth are the words that you read. All right, here we go. Motor and transmission, all right? When we say if the motor ain't blown up, tranny ain't slipping, don't bring that bitch back tripping. If your car is hesitating, slipping, sputtering, does not give you warranty to bring it back. It still runs. It's not ticking. It ain't blown up. If your transmission shifts a little hard or shifts a little slow, it's still shipping. It's not slipping. Don't bring that bitch back. When we say take that bitch on a test drive, if you work,
I'll try to balance it out one moment, please, Katie.
I don't give a fuck where you work at. Put some gas in the motherfucker and take your test drive to your job. Drive the bitch to your parking spot, smoke your joint, smoke your blunt, smoke your cigarette, drink your coffee, play with the windows, figure out what the fuck you gonna do with this car. Now, on the way back, if the car breaks down, we will come get it because it's still our shit. It's not yours. We will pick it up and put you in another car and you'll figure it out.
I've stabilized as best I can.
Here around here,
It should be better
James,
on
please,
stream, not for us.
But when you come with that little bitty ass cash, we gonna give you what you paid for. You come with $1,000, trust and believe you gonna have $1,000 car. Something is not gonna work right. Trust and believe that. There's no such thing as a perfect car because you can spend damn near $500,000
There we
on
go.
a Rolls Royce and they still have Rolls Royce mechanics. So, if you want a warranty, we warranty this bitch will get to your house. The fuck away from here. Because, like I said, the motor ain't blown up, the train ain't slipping, you cannot come back tripping. Fuck your radio, fuck your windows, fuck your seat, fuck your heat, fuck your air if it don't work because you should have tried that shit out before you motherfucking bought it. As is mean as the fuck is. You don't try to be hard on you, but goddamn it, you get what you pay for, man. Spend $3,000 on up. If you don't like it, go make a car payment. Because when you come to us, we are your last motherfucking resort. You done went and got turned down by everybody else. We ain't retarded around this motherfucker. You're not retarded. Bring cash. This is not, let's talk about it. This is not, let's make a deal. This is not, let's make a deal with cash. This is not layaway cars. I don't have no layaway plan, no payment plan. If you can't borrow the money from your mama, hell, I don't trust you neither. If your mama don't trust you, God damn it, me neither. So, ask your mama for the money, ask whoever the fuck you need to ask for the money, but always bring cash. Fuck the credit card, we ain't swiping shit. Wide on our street, come all the way to the lot, drive a car, knowing you out to buy a car and say, do you motherfuckers have an ATM? Hell no, it ain't even no power around this bitch. We just running generators. Run the air conditioning.
Oh my god, dude.
We don't have that shit. We don't have no swipers, cash, and I cannot express cash is king at cash cars. $3,500 to get you 2 buckets, 2 for $35. If one breaks down, always jump in another one. We got you. If you can put down for a car, you can
2 for $3,500.
So,
if one breaks down, jump in the other one.
You don't want to buy one? Buy a raffle ticket on one of the cars we raffling off at the out
I don't trust a
Union.
raffled off car.
Raffling
Just
off
saying.
there, it would be, will be in the
I wouldn't
building,
trust his
front
cars
and
either,
center.
but at least he's
Put
honest
a
about
big
it.
trailer.
You gotta
all
keep
He's like,
that.
you get the
cars
fucking
in
God,
the
dude. What you want?
in
You
my
know?
tire. Cash cars. 6707 Prospect, where we sell cars as the fuck is. And there's no, and most important, there's no fucking refund. I don't know nothing about a refund because as soon as I get your money, it's gone. It's spent.
No
on
refunds.
some more shit to put on this lot. So, if you spend 35 and the shit blow up, we just go pitch in another car. You're not getting your money back. It's in the disclaimer.
Just put you in another car.
Read. Reading is fundamental. Okay? Now we got that out the way. Cash car, 6707 Prospect, where our motto is, if the motor ain't blown up, the tranny ain't slipping, don't bring that bitch back to me.
That
Nice.
bitch back tripping. I gonna love that, dude. That dude was fucking brilliant. Oh my god. Amazing.
Yeah.
Just that dude is straight up like, look, this is the business we're running. You're coming to us because it's your last resort. You ain't nobody else want to give you credit. Ain't nobody else want to fucking. Your mama won't even fucking lend you money. If you got the money, we got
I
you.
don't trust you either. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, if your mama won't let you the money, I don't trust you either. That's fucking brilliant. Oh man, that's just like I like that dude.
Yeah.
And then
No
talking
shit.
about, yeah, look, we don't got power out here. We're running a generator.
Right.
Like,
Wrecking
yo.
the trailer and shit.
And that is some fucking bokeh ass. Fucking. Oh my god, dude, that's funny as shit. Oh, but anyway, I suppose that's it. Is it in it?
I think so.
All right. Any of you
Unless
guys
there was
got
anything
anything?
more you guys wanted to
No.
cover.
I guess Johnny, play us out.
All right. Well, boys, if you like what you saw tonight, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Check out our description. We got a bunch of shit down there. It's cool as fuck. You'll see it. It's our Discord server, our Twitter accounts, all that kind of nonsense. Make sure you go and check those out. And we'll see you guys Friday night with the Tower Gang podcast. We'll be hanging out doing Cards Against Humanity. So if you like those guys, or if you don't like those guys, come by during that time. Tell us about it, and it'll be a fun time.
Yep. But guys, seriously, do come. John has been crying to me about this for like 3 weeks. I can't take it anymore if no one shows up.
Well, not only that, but like I'm threatening the entire chat.
Yeah.
So you guys might want to show up. I'm just letting you know.
So, John, are you pointing your revolver at your screen right now?
It's just kind of the opposite of don't come to school tomorrow. It's more like you better come to school on Friday. It's kind of the opposite of that. Yeah. But yeah, we'll see you boys on Friday.
Friday.
See you guys Friday.
Fuck yeah.